Hey everyone, welcome to Real Deal Amsteel's YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about Amsteel Daisy Chains. I offer them in 7/64 and in 1/8, 6 foot and 8 foot lengths for both. I do my daisies by having no knots or shrink tube, 2 finished ends that are buried, and they come with 6-inch bungee. I used to get caught up with the length of the daisy itself, the links, and the smaller the button I had, the smaller the link that I would want. But then I saw the aerial assault video about how to incorporate a trucker's hitch with your daisy chain, and that kind of changed it for me. It made it so that my sticks got so much tighter, and it really didn't matter the loop size anymore. So instead of spending more money on a smaller loop, you can just use any size at this point pretty much. So I've really streamlined what I offer, because I think that trucker hitch is the best way to tie up using a daisy chain anyway. So that's kind of what I recommend. And in doing so, I can offer better pricing. So my links are 2 inches, and that will allow it to get on the bigger buttons like the Novix or the Hawk with no problem, as well as all the smaller buttons, so you don't have any issues there. And I got the same size loop for attaching it to the, like fixing it to the stick with the one end. So it'll fit over your bigger buttons like normal, same with the Hawk. But as you go down to the smaller buttons options here, you can just, if you don't like it being a little bit looser, you can just girth hitch it. And now it's going to be tight and you don't have to worry about it coming off. And in the instance of like these micro buttons or these little T-tabs, you can do what I call a round turn. You put it on and then you take one of the ends and wrap it around again. I actually like that a little bit better than the girth hitch. So that works really well. But now I'm going to show you guys how, different options for attaching it onto the tree. Alright guys, I got my Shakara FXD, and this will work for all the sticks, these 3 different methods. So you got your traditional method, where you wrap it around the tree and you try to hook it onto the tightest one. And it's perfect in this case that I have a lot of slack. I always like to pull it up too. That helps reduce how much sag you're going to have in your stick. And you can see how bad that angle is. The daisy in the back is almost as high as the stick. Probably won't have an issue on these sticks because the standoffs are so sharp. But on like a Hawk, that's where you're going to get that kick out on the bottom. So to eliminate that, another thing you can do is go underneath the button, come back here 2 or 3 links, and put your daisy through there, through that link here, and then you can pull it back over the tightest loop. So now it's ran around. So now it's ran around underneath the button. You always go under your button. Anytime you're doing a rope mod or anything like that, tying up a stick, always go under first. Then grab a link 2 or 3 back away from the button. go through it, get your stick horizontal, the Amsteel horizontal, pull it tight, and this really will cinch that stick down. And then you can put that next loop over the button, pull down. So now you got a much tighter stick and much less likely for a kick out. And it's really easy to do. Now the third way you can do this, and then the third method is just like the second method. You wrap it around the tree, have the Amsteel in line with your Versa button, go underneath of the button, grab a loop 2 or 3 back, go through that loop, pull it tight. You have mechanical advantage here now when you're pulling it tight, so it's actually really going to sink into the tree. And then come up underneath that button and do a rope mod. And that's going to cinch down really tight. And then, just like a rope mod, it's easy to release. So those are your 3 options, and a couple different options to attach into your stick. Oh, and you guys might think that having this free space here between the link that attaches to your stick and then the links that start running all the way to the end. But what I'll show you here is, even if you're on the most micro of trees, let's see, okay, so this thing's like 5 inches, this branch here, and you wrap around, okay, your link, here's where you need the links to start, and your links don't start till here. So all you're going to do is go, again, underneath the button. Always go under, no matter what you're doing. Rope mods, tethered sticks, anything. And then you can just hook it on the next link. And you don't even have to mess with doing that trucker's hitch here, because it's going to be so tight, being that the strap doesn't have a chance to sag because it's just so small. So that's why it's not necessary to put the links all the way the whole length. It's just a waste of time. It's an added cost, added labor. So that's why some of the guys don't put links there, including myself. And I still have all this extra rope on a 6-foot daisy chain that you could just wrap around, you know, and even hook on to that button again. So guys, that'll do it for the Amsteel Daisy Chains. The 1/8 inch are identical to the 764, except they're just a little heavier duty. And they work much better with platforms. And that's what I would suggest for a platform, and also using a trucker hitch to get that line as tight as possible to keep that platform from kicking out once you get it set. Like and follow us on the channel. I'll have a link in the description for the site and a link in the description for my Facebook page. And give us a like and follow there, guys. As always, have fun and be safe, and inspect your gear.